Check this out. Coolest dad in the galaxy. Haha. Well, besides wonderful gifts, you'll be hard pressed to find anything in life that's more rewarding and wonderful and beautiful than being a parent. But if that's true, the opposite is true. You'll be hard pressed to find anything that's more difficult and challenging and frustrating as being a parent. Kids are beautiful, they're wonderful, they're gifts, and they're little mirrors. And as much as they reflect the good that we try to put in them, they often also reflect the bad and the failures and the flaws, not only of us, but the world around them. And it can be frustrating. Well, I'm here to encourage you this week. We're going to do a reading from John Tyson entitled Inspire, Don't Nag, of his journey on how he found more fruitfulness and joy in his parenting. Let's dive in.
Quillable Quotes Productions. We dive deep and swim around the ideas of the constructed ink on the pages, to seek out and find the precious diadems, the words of value worth wrestling with, that we may share with you the precious thoughts you may not have the time to find. We'll grab the book as you enjoy the gleanings. Blessings, my friend. Inspire, don't nag. Fathers, do not aggravate your children, or they will become discouraged. Colossians 3:21. You will never be able to nag your kids into the adults they are called to be. Kids are not nagged into adulthood. This has taken me almost 2 decades to learn. By nature, I am a reader, researcher, and have tons of opinions. But I can also be an inconsistent man. I thrive in the knowledge phase, lag in the application phase. I know more about the life I should live than my ability to live it. So I often resort to nagging based on principles, not modeling based on passion. Just as an aside, that struck me deeply. Back to the reading. This has caused painful inconsistencies in my parenting. I would see my kids doing the wrong thing and lecture. I would start at a nice tone, then ramp up the intensity as their eyes glazed over. Then I would start to nag. I'd nag when they woke up, nag in the car, nag when they got home, nag when they were home, nag when they went to bed. What a beatdown of culture. Who wants to live in a world like that? Nagging is one of the lowest forms of parenting. Nagging creates an emotional field that repels our kids away from us. The worst thing was, I was nagging them in things I was inconsistent in. One day, when my wife could take it no longer, she pulled me aside and spoke some words to me I have never forgotten. Quote, "You are one of the most visionary preachers I know. You can inspire people to change their life plans and move to a new city, change their schedules, inspire them to give money, sacrifice time. It's truly incredible. Yet when it comes to the kids, you become another person. Do you think anyone would be in our church if you tried to nag them into the mission of God or following the way of Jesus? Why don't you apply your vision casting skills to our family and try to inspire our kids? The nagging has got to go." End quote. Dang. Ouch. I decided to apply my preaching abilities to my parenting struggles. Inspiration, not nagging, was about to come home. Less lectures, more vision. Less bothering, more modeling. Less telling, more showing. Less demands, more invitations. The effect was almost immediate and brought a totally different result. I stopped trying to get my kids to just do the right thing and focused on helping them become the right people. I changed from behavioral compliance to heart inspiration. Instead of nagging them to work out, I trained and ran a marathon. Instead of nagging them to clean, I built a reward system for tidiness. Instead of nagging them about education, I wrote and published books. Instead of nagging them to care about others, I served their mother and the poor. Paul said, "Follow me as I follow Christ." I wanted my kids to want to follow me, not to nag them into compliance. I started to cast a vision they wanted to be a part of, told a story they wanted to be in, lived in a way that compelled them to follow. Do you nag or inspire? Are you applying your leadership skills in the home or leaving them at the door? Deep in their hearts, your kids want to follow you. Inspire them to. Inspire them by your joy. Inspire them how you handle stress. Inspire them by your diligence. Inspire them by your follow through. Inspire them by how you handle criticism. Inspire them how you forgive. Inspire them with wonder. I know this can be hard, and I have to admit, the nagger in me refused to die easy. But as both my kids have now left the house and are navigating their way through life, one of the greatest joys I have is that both of my kids, in quiet moments, have thanked me for giving them an example they want to follow, not one they are obligated to. Inspire, don't nag. This was a genius of Jesus. I pray will become yours too. Cheers, John.
Well, I certainly hope you got something out of that, and it was some kind of encouragement for you. I know it definitely was for me, and my wife as well. I think we've definitely been in a season of falling into that trap of nagging for sure, and I know I have. So it's encouraging, and I hope to use this as a tool to get a little bit more grounded, kind of take a step back, breathe a little bit. And something I really took away is just trying to be better about the modeling and not just telling, particularly about being diligent and fruitful, especially in their work and how they see me doing work, even this work, the content and the reading I'm doing, the writing. You know, I want to be a good example for them. So I found this highly encouraging, and I hope you did as well. Share your thoughts. What did you find encouraging about the video? What did you agree with? What didn't you agree with? Uh, and how did this help you? Well, in the meantime, be blessed, dig in, let's do some reading, and blessings on your journey, friend.